Coming up,
without taking advantage of that vote, I cannot really complain with who gets elected.
the presidential election is almost here. We'll tell you how much time you have left to register.
You may want to be more cautious when driving around campus as the Auraria Police Department makes some changes.
Coming up later in sports, volleyball continues to excel in the RMAC. Stay tuned to see who they competed with over the weekend. The Met Report starts now.
Joining us on the Met Report, I'm Vinny Thomas.
And I'm Jhocelyn Avendaño. Area Campus Student Facility Services Director Jerry Mason is retiring.
Mason announced his decision yesterday in an email to staff and faculty. His time will officially come to an end on October 28th.
The Area Campus is welcoming a new Director of Parking and Transportation. Brent Spahn joins AHEC with more than 30 years of leadership experience. In his most recent job at Auraria Public Schools, Spahn led the team of 180 employees while saving the district $500,000. Prior to that, he has 27 years of military service. Spahn's arrival comes after the recent hike in parking rates across all campus lots, which will take a 50-cent increase over the next year.
Any speed racers driving on Auraria and in Denver may want to take extra precautions. That's because new undercover police cars are getting a new and even sneakier update. The Auraria Campus Police Department has added a new undercover car to their fleet. The update first began when Ford added the red and blue emergency lights to the front of the SUV located in the visitor's lot. The newest update will include emergency lights in the rear of the vehicle near the spoilers. The goal of the new addition is to improve visibility for officers and make unmarked cars more difficult to spot.
The fall semester is halfway over and the spring semester is right around the corner. The spring class schedule will be available Monday. Specific registration times and dates are in accordance to the number of credit hours you have completed prior to the semester. It is important to take note of any holds you might have on your student account to ensure you are eligible to register. And the application for Spring 2017 graduation is now available online through the Student Hub main menu. The deadline to submit the application is not until February, but before submitting an application, make sure to see an advisor from your major and minor department to confirm all of your requirements have been met. Any application submitted after the deadline will not be accepted.
Some students don't get their financial aid until halfway into the semester. Many schools put holds on accounts for income and tax verification. Sarah Turner has the story about what the FAFSA committee has established to help students with this problem.
It feels like yesterday. We just filled out the FAFSA for the 2016 school year. Well, folks, if you haven't heard yet, the first date that you can submit FAFSA for the 2017 school year has moved up to October 1st of this year. It sounds strange, but it's true. The federal deadline isn't earlier, but some state and school deadlines are. You must report your 2000 tax and income information as the FAFSA requires. If your family's financial situation has changed dramatically, you can contact your financial aid office. Financial aid offers will not necessarily be given earlier. Please keep in mind that an early offer may even be considered an estimated offer. I went to the financial aid office at MSU Denver to ask, how exactly has this affected students?
One of the big reasons why students don't get their financial aid on time is because a lot of them get requested for like verification and stuff like that due to parents' taxes. And since a lot of the times parents don't file there's a lot of students whose parents don't file their taxes until like October, which is really into like the school year, so they don't get their aid until later, which will prevent it from getting books and like late fees and stuff. So we made it easier for them. We decided to extend it to give students more time to get everything in order, and also so that instead of using the 2016 taxes that you would file in this upcoming January, we're going to be using the same taxes for 2015.
If you want to find out more information, just go on to the financial aid website for MSU Denver, or you can come in and just ask anyone in the office. They're pretty nice. I'm Sarah Turner for the Met Report.
Hey there, guys. Well, you know what? It's already a great start to the weekend. If you want to take a look at this beautiful picture that we have here, 9th Street Historic Park right here on Auraria campus. Beautiful fall colors, as you can already see right here. It's going to be great temperatures for this weekend. I'm going to bring you up to speed with your weekend forecast, as well as an update for next week's weather, which is actually going to be quite nice, you know, despite it being fall and all. But currently, we are at 77 degrees. Take a look at that. Beautiful temperatures here in the Mile High. Winds out of the south-southeast, very light, very nice and easy. And as we take a look at our hour-by-hour forecast for Friday, well today, we're going to see that it's going to kind of cool down a little bit, and by 9 p.m., 67 degrees, beautiful temperatures if you want to go out and get down on the town tonight. And you know what? And it's for the average temperatures for Friday, this is really interesting. We usually see a high of 66, so we're well above that average. And our record high back in 1962 was 85 degrees. We're not too off from that. And we actually have seen 4 inches of snow before in the mile high, which is completely different from what we're seeing right now. Coming up next, I will have your weekend forecast, which is looking absolutely gorgeous. When your next chance of rain will be next week, and an update on Hurricane Nicole, which has just passed and dissipated in the tropics. All that coming up and more.
If you're a student still deciding on a minor, the advisors at MSU Denver are here to help with the Minors Fair. The event will help students explore minors offered at MSU Denver and pick one that best suits their major. The Minors Fair will be October 25th and 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The fair will be held on the second floor of the Student Success Building.
MSU Denver's College of Business will be hosting a Shark Tank for Latino entrepreneurs. The business hopefuls will deliver 2-minute elevator pitches to a panel from the Caribbean and Latin America. The event will take place on Tuesday in the Tivoli Town Hall from 6 to 8.
In 2012, only 45% of young people 18 to 29 voted.
And as Election Day approaches, a registration booth has been set up next to the library to try and encourage some more students to vote. Miranda McHopkins is there now with more.
That's right, Jhocelyn, Vinny. For most students, this will be the first election that they're able to vote in. I'm here with Trey Mitchell, and he's an MSU Denver student. So Trey, why do you think it's important for students to vote?
I feel like the youth population could very much contribute to this election, and without taking advantage of that vote, I cannot really complain with who gets elected. So I'll be out voting on November.
All right, thank you so much, Trey. So I'm out here right now next to the voting tent. And today is actually the last day that you could register to vote on campus. So if you haven't registered yet, then make sure you get down here to do so. If you don't get a chance to, you can still register online or through mail by October 31st or in person all the way up to Election Day, which is November 8th. On the Aurora campus for the Met Report, Miranda McHopkins.
MSU Denver Student Government Assembly held the Art Not Violence event this week. The event was an art walk through that displayed local artistry, and brought awareness to violence through art, also providing various resources for students, teachers, and staff to prevent interpersonal violence. During the event, graffiti and chalk artists worked on their pieces that spread the anti-violence message.
So what we're trying to do is to let people know what resources they have if they think that there's someone stalking them, or if they have been assaulted, where they can go to get some support, and also to make sure that that the campus is able to reach out to that person who might be victimizing other people and bring them some education or perhaps some justice.
Are you looking for a group of friends on campus to play frisbee golf with, or maybe you're looking for an extracurricular that isn't time-consuming? Elemental Auraria is a tri-institutional social group that provides fun social events on campus. Their hope is that the events foster new friendships, networking, and a sense of community for students. They meet every Wednesday and Thursday from 2 to 4. More information can be found through their social media accounts, which we've linked on our website at mymetmedia.com.
So we are a social group here on campus. We're open to all 3 schools, so UCD, Metro, and CCD. And our main aim is just to provide fun social events on campus.
Author Ashley Rose Carter visited the Tivoli Town Hall this week, hosting a discussion on her hit novel, 3 Little Words. She used her education, experiences, and story to give students and staff an insight on how they can improve not only their outcomes in lives, but also the lives around them. Rose Carter took the time in her speech to reflect on specific parts of her memoir, as well as answer a few questions from the audience. When we come back, we give you an update on the election as we come closer to Election Day.
Drop that baby. I will make you my enemy. I will work at your destruction. I will dedicate myself. I won't rest until I desolate your heart. See Frankenstein live on stage at the Denver Center, September 30th through October 30th. For tickets, visit denvercenter.org.
At Metropolitan State University at Denver, our mission is to provide high-quality, accessible education that prepares our students for successful careers, postgraduate education, and lifelong learning in a global and technological society. Our values of diversity, access, and community help us provide opportunities for our students from all over the globe. In fact, we've just been named a diversity champion by Insight into Diversity magazine for 2016. Because at MSU Denver, we believe in transforming lives.
If you're a fan of Colin Kaepernick, you will definitely want to be tuning into football this weekend. Colin Kaepernick will return to the field this Sunday as a starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Kaepernick has been in a recent news for kneeling during the national anthem as a protest against racial injustices. Here's what Kaepernick had to say about the recent news.
Had a brief conversation before we got going to practice. Told me I was up this week. Excited about it. Ready to go. Hoping I can bring up more to this team and try to get us a win this Sunday.
The San Francisco 49ers are currently 1-4 for the season, and they take on the Buffalo Bills this Sunday.
A new study out finds birth control may be linked to depression and other women's health issues. Women who used hormone-based birth control, such as the pill, implants, or patches, may be more likely to be prescribed an antidepressant than women who do not use contraception. Several other studies also reported similar results, with a 40% increase for depression in some groups of women, while teenagers are at an even higher risk at 80%.
Everybody knows we were going to our vehicle, which they had all surrounded and waiting for me with giant guns and the giant truck behind them, just so they could arrest me, so they knew this would happen. I hope you're watching, mainstream media. I hope you're watching. Ask her she's being taken.
Check this out. Divergent star Jhocelyn Woolley was arrested earlier this week accused of criminal trespass and engaging in a riot at the Dakota Access Pipeline. Protests in North Dakota. Woodley has been a huge advocate for Standing Rock Reservation throughout the battle of the clean water. She has made appearances on shows like Late Night with Seth Meyers, even attending protests herself. That Divergent Star was released on Tuesday morning after spending the night behind bars.
Samsung Electronics has made the decision to discontinue its troubled Galaxy Note 7. For the world's largest maker of smartphones, this is an extreme setback. Last month, Samsung recalled 2.5 million smartphones after reports of the phone overheating and catching fire. Recently, other reports have emerged, claiming their repaired phones are not working properly, not only smoking, but overheating and catching fire. Note 7 owners are being strongly urged to power down the devices and return them using the fireproof boxes Samsung has sent out.
And are you a vegetarian looking for food on campus and can't seem to find the right meal? Well, Rebecca Kendall has more options for you.
This is Rebecca Kendall reporting from the Tivoli Food Court. As you can see, there are not a lot of vegetarian or vegan options for the college students that live that lifestyle. So I decided to go around town, find some cool little spots that accommodate to vegetarians, vegans, and also to the college student budget. I headed to popular spots, City City and Native Foods, to hear more about what they have to offer.
So we try to cater to non-vegans as well, to try to entice them to a vegetarian vegan diet as well. To show that you can make food, comfort food, vegan and vegetarian.
From their waffles of the week, to delicious pastries, to the relaxing artistic atmosphere, City City is a prime restaurant for food lovers to hit. College students in particular will love City City's happy hour and Native Foods rewards program.
We have a great happy hour. It's super cheap. Wings are super cheap. Our tacos are top sellers. It's really, you can get them a la carte. It's really cheap.
$2 tacos, $2 beers, $2 shots.
Then I loved learning that I can get free food from Native Foods rewards program.
If you want to buy like a $10 meal every day, this is a really good place to come because you get free stuff regularly.
For you college students looking for affordable dining or considering becoming a vegetarian themselves, check out City City and Native Foods. You won't be sacrificing taste or your money out at these spots.
The Museum of Contemporary Arts is back open after a burst pipe forced them to close. The reopening was celebrated this week with exhibits on view, including artists such as Kim Dickey, Nathan Carter, and Vidacious. The event had activities for all ages, including a nail polish station, an elevator full of balloons, and drinks on the downstairs level, as well as the cafe. The current exhibits will be on display from now until the end of January.
The elections are less than a month away, and there are some proposed changes on this November's ballot. Proposition 108 will mean that 1 million unaffiliated voters in Colorado will no longer have to register with a political party in order to participate in non-presidential primary elections. Voters will decide on this proposal this November. Supporters predict that this will force elected officials to do a better job of appealing to moderates. Proposition 108 would allow the political parties to opt out of holding a primary election and instead choose to nominate candidates by convention. Also, a presidential town hall took place last Sunday. The next debate is slated for this Wednesday, October 18th. Anderson Cooper and Martha Raddatz have received praise for their aggressive moderation, often pushing candidates to answer questions and encouraging the audience to remain silent. However, many still question the substantive quality of the debates. Only a handful of audience members were able to ask questions, and the candidates regularly interrupted each other. We'll have to wait until next week to see if this pattern continues.
Great American Beer Festival is back in Denver for their annual competition. Belen Ward has more.
In its 30th year, the annual Great American Beer Festival, held this weekend in Denver, awarded 286 medals to some of the best commercial breweries in the United States. The Great American Beer Festival is a symbol of brewing excellence, and it's the largest commercial beer competition in the world.
We brought the pumpkin porter, we got the Vienna lager, our American Pilsner, our Black Iron IPA, and our Grand Canyon Expedition.
The beer festival included a cast of characters.
Some Bud Light, Miller Lite.
The most discerning taste deserve the most discerning judges.
Quite right, quite right.
Beer's awesome.
To your beer connoisseur.
We're loving the beer fest.
And your music makers. Partygoers having fun with beer trivia. Carhartt, a beer festival sponsor, had one of the most unique bars built out of an Airstream. Colorado's first infused craft beer entered the competition. Colorado's breweries won 38 medals. The craft brewing industry contributed $55 billion to the U.S. economy in 2014, with more than 424,000 jobs. Craft breweries are dynamic and a growing economic force at the local, state, and national level. For the Met Report, Belen Ward.
Well, let's take a look at what our tomorrow morning is going to look like. 62 degrees, beautiful weather if you want to get up early and go maybe take a hike or maybe take a little early morning walk. Tomorrow afternoon we get up to 80 degrees, so again, beautiful temperatures, especially for fall. Really, really interesting. Now, if we look at our state map, we're going to see nice, beautiful temperatures in the high country. Unfortunately, no snowfall just yet, so sorry skiers, but looks like hikers might be up there, kind of getting, you know, a little bit of fresh air over there. And then if we take a look at Sunday, there's not a glitch in my graphics. It's pretty much the same kind of temperatures that we're going to be seeing in the Denver metro area, 80 degrees, and then 79 degrees up in Arvada, and 78 in Boulder if you're heading out to DIA. Beautiful temperatures if you're going to go ahead and head out on the town. Now, if we take a look at our national weather forecast, we'll see that there's a high pressure system kind of hanging over Denver. That's the reason why we're going to be seeing those high temperatures throughout the weekend. And if we take a look over in our northern part of the country, up by Seattle and Northern California, those are the little showers that are going to be hanging over there due to that low pressure system, which is really going to help out those wildfires that have been up there. Now, you'll see that low pressure system is going to start slowly moving on down to Denver, which is the reason why we're going to be seeing those kind of stormy, kind of low temperatures by next week and by Tuesday specifically. And then if you take a look over to the Atlantic, you're going to see that, you know, Hurricane Nicole was kind of chilling over there. And you know what? She kind of moved on out of there. No U.S. landfall, and she moved up northeast. Now, the storm is dissipating. It's only a Category 1 hurricane now. It did cause a lot of damage to the island of Bermuda, but you know what? Hopefully those people are going to be okay over there. Praying for you guys. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Maybe eventually we're gonna get there. There we go, 5-day forecast. Take a look at Monday, 86 degrees. Then we kind of have a cool down period through Tuesday. That's when those rain showers are gonna hit. Wednesday and Thursday, about the low 60s. Then we get right back up on Friday, 72 degrees. Overall, beautiful temperatures for October, and it's going to be looking probably really good for Halloween as well. That is your 5-day forecast. Thank you for watching. I'm Melanie Townsend.
Well, seems like a nice week.
It absolutely does.
No, Halloween's coming up. I got some activities for you and an EMET. There's a costume that's causing more outrage than laughs. We'll be right back.
In our area, everything changes. There's always new things to see or do.
In your Noticiero TMET, we'll tell you all you need to know about our school.
News about our region and beyond our borders.
Every Friday morning at 10:30 through Comcast Channel 58 in Denver and on live stream in iTunes or Android. Noticiero TVMET, the student voice of MSU Denver in Spanish.
My name is Pat Tobin. I am a cancer survivor of 27 years, and I had breast cancer because I lost my husband to cancer, my mother, my grandfather, an uncle, and 2 aunts. I relay so that research can find a cure for all of these things soon.
My name is Susan Scarlett. I'm a breast cancer survivor. I relay for me, and just to get the word out for relay and to raise money, we need to find a cure.
Happy Friday, I'm Emma Dixon. The countdown to Halloween is officially underway, and I have a haunted attraction that'll make you scream with excitement. Let's take a look. If you're looking for a terrifying thrill here in Denver, make sure you head down to one of the scariest haunted houses in the nation, if you dare. The Asylum Haunted House is one of the best Halloween attractions in Denver. This house is filled with psychos, creepy creatures, and blood that'll keep you scared for an entire year. Tickets are on sale, but they're going fast. That might be a little bit too much for me, and if that's the same case for you, this upcoming attraction at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science is brand new. Mummies, the new Secrets from the Tomb exhibit opens today and will be here until February. So there's plenty of time for you to explore your fascination with all things of the ancient world. That's if your mummy will let you go. Cool stuff, and stay tuned. We have another exclusive walkthrough for this exhibit just in time for Halloween. Now let's talk about what's trending. Have you guys seen this? A Halloween costume store is under fire for selling a costume called the Parisian Heist. An obvious mock to the terrifying situation reality star Kim Kardashian went through last week. The costume includes a bathrobe, a flashy fake diamond ring, along with a gag and a rope for the hands. This is the same company who put out an Ebola nurse costume and a dead Seafold the lion costume. Definitely causing some controversy, so head over to our Facebook page and Twitter and tell us what you think. Is this over the line, or will this be your next Halloween costume? Something else is trending. CoverGirl's newest model turns a new page in the beauty industry. His name is James Charles. He's a social media makeup star and has become the first male CoverGirl. That's right, Charles is only 17 and is being endorsed by pop singer and fellow CoverGirl, Katy Perry. He's taken to social media to express his excitement as the new spokesperson, saying, quote, "Today I'm living out one of my biggest dreams. That's right, I'm a new CoverGirl." It's nice to see the beauty industry giving males the recognition they deserve. Good job, CoverGirl, and congratulations, James. All right, it's time to check out some must-sees, and I have some great options for you this weekend.
Your son is a remarkable young man. He has highly advanced cognitive skills. He has more in common with Einstein or Mozart than he does with us. I'd like to work with your son.
Ben Affleck is back on screen in The Accountant, an extremely intelligent but deadly man who in secret makes a living for dangerous criminals. Fans are waiting to see this performance after a scrutinized role as Batman. If you're looking for a good comedy, Kevin Hart's latest, What Now, is out in theaters tonight. A little bit of action is thrown into this comedic mix. Starring alongside of Hart is Miss Halle Berry, who hasn't been in a comedy for quite some time. So far, the movie has earned good reviews and sits at an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's more like it. I know I'll be seeing that one this weekend. Comedic, lighthearted movies are definitely more my style. Thanks for watching EMET. Stick around, because sports is next.
There's nothing Americans love more than posting online who you should vote for.
You tweet and you snap and you gawk, but if you don't show up and vote, it's all just talk. Take a little time on November 8th to do your civic duty and renew your faith in the nation you want. Let them know the truth. The room where it happens is the voting booth. So vote, vote,
America. Vote, vote. The time is now.
vote, decide who wins this. Vote.
There are things that happen once, and then never exactly the same way, ever again. Things that only you saw. There's no way to predict these things. You have to put yourself out there and keep your eyes open and be happy when you see them. These things that no one else will ever see.
The Roadrunners are continuing to kill it in the regular season as they took on Westminster in Salt Lake City, Utah this past Saturday. Westminster kept a competitive side to the 3-0 loss against the Roadrunners this past weekend, but in the end, MSU Denver took the win as Michaela Smith led the red and blue in offense with 14 kills and 2 aces. Right behind Smith was Ryan Herdeman, pounding it down for 13 kills and playing some defense with 3 blocks. On the other side, we have Amar Spear, leading both teams in offense as she ended her night with a total of 16 kills. However, the Griffins still lose, and the Roadrunners go on to win their 9th straight game this season. MSU Denver started a 4-game road trip this past Friday as they headed south for a matchup against Mexico Highlands. The Roadrunners came into the game with a mindset to get their 4th win on the season. With New Mexico Highlands being at 2-6, that shouldn't be a problem. Junior Elise Bernard scored her 3rd goal of the season 8 minutes into the first half. Assisted by Allie Kelly, they gave the red and blue a 1-0 lead. At the beginning of the second half, again, Elise Bernard, obviously player of the game, scores her 2nd of the game and 4th on the season. MSU Denver gains their 4th win and now above 500 as they beat the Cowgirls 2-0. This past Sunday, MSU Denver took on Regis, and what a showdown it was. MSU Denver gives the 5th-ranked team in the nation a tough time on the pitch. The Roadrunners start the attack early as Nolan Barth just misses this opportunity to get his 2nd goal on the season. The attack continues for the red and blue, with Dustin Berg just sailing this one past the crossbars. Down on the other side of the pitch, the defense making it hard for the Rangers to do anything as Tyler Chahil, with a beautiful slide tackle, stops this breakaway. Roadrunners with a corner kick, throwing the defense off. Chahil to Berg, Berg to Wood, Wood to Gibson, and Josh Belfridge with the rebound. 1-0 Roadrunners. 12 minutes to go in the first half, and Jake Gilchrist-Duddle with a sneaker from top to bottom puts the Rangers on the board. Just 5 minutes into the second half, Hefty with the steal puts enough power into the bounce to bounce it off of Russ and into the back of the net. 2-1 Rangers. Half an hour to go, Belfridge out front banks this one off the post and in for the 2nd goal and the tie. Just as you think this game is heading to overtime, Gilchrist-Duddle powers this last one in, and the Rangers take the game 3-2.
All right, guys. So kind of a bad weekend for men's soccer. They had it, but then they lost it, but they're playing tonight. Actually, a rivalry game against Carter School of Mines. So I wish them luck in that game.
Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful night to do it. Great weather.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So how's the 5-day looking, Melanie?
Well, you know what? It's looking great, as we talked about before. You know, it's going to be rainy on Tuesday, unfortunately, but you know what? It's October. You're bound to have that happen. And then there's actually a cool down period through Wednesday and Thursday, and then actually we get right back up to the 70s on Friday. So you know what? It's really beautiful temperatures. Unfortunately, skiers probably can't really enjoy the high country just yet, but it should be happening pretty soon.
Yeah, well, keeping our fingers crossed.
Exactly.
Well, there's always good time for pizza, and check this out. I wish we had this on campus, guys. There's actually a new vending machine dispensing more than just your midday snack. Pizza Touch is a new Florida-based company testing the idea of a pizza vending machine. The vending machine shoppers can choose from various pizzas, which come ready to eat. For the cost of $6, 100 machines are expected to roll out in Florida with the future expansion across the country. So
I love pizza.
I don't know how I feel about that.
From a vending machine, though, I'm not sure.
Oh, come on.
Where do you see the dough? Where's the dough go?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for now. For all the latest campus news throughout the week, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit our webpage at mymetmedia.com. Thanks for watching.